Democrats are trying to scare people. I remember the old video of Paul Ryan pushing grandma off a cliff. They're trying to say that Republicans are taking away health care. Republicans are stripping out, school lunch programs.
Yeah.
And Scott Bessent is saying clearly, we're talking about able-bodied people and people in the country illegally. We want the resources to go
Yeah.
to where the program intended them to go.
Yeah. It's called accountability, Andrew, and this is what this administration is all about. And I was in the Ways and Means conference room all day yesterday at the hearing with the secretary, and basically Democrats are screaming, "All these people are all losing health care." They weren't eligible for it to begin with. So if you look at the three categories who are going to not be covered by Medicaid anymore, number one is illegal. 13, 20 million in the country illegally. They shouldn't have qualified. It should have not been offered to them in the first place. Essentially, it was offered to them as a bribe to come stay in the country, change the congressional districts, and change voting patterns in the United States. Number two, illegal. Ineligible. The Biden administration did not allow states, which normally do this, to go back and look at their Medicaid rolls, determine eligibility. Are you an impoverished child, a pregnant female, disabled, or an impoverished elderly person? Do you qualify for Medicaid? So we're going to get folks who are ineligible off the rolls. And then finally, able-bodied adults. Heck, I still see patients, and I still see some who are able-bodied, and they should not be getting Medicaid. So I don't know how you can argue with any of those three tenets in doing this. But of course, they're going to do it because they're going to rant and rave and scream. Again, it's not the first foul. It's the reaction to the foul that they're screaming about.
That would be like if somehow somebody who never served in the military was getting health care from the VA, and you're like, well, you're not really eligible for that. We're not going to, you're no longer going to be getting a VA benefit. And someone goes, you're taking away that person's health care. Yeah,
exactly
they never served in the military. They're not eligible to get VA health care. You would think the Democrats would want the resources best spent on the indigent poor, like you said, perhaps a single mom who lost her husband and is a widow, or orphaned children, or whatever is what the program was intended for. It was not intended to be a come one, come all free insurance program.
Sure. So, then you got to have to, Andrew, you ask, what is the motivation behind this? Why are they pushing this? And, we asked this during the whole immigration issue right at the beginning. Why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? This was to change voting patterns in the United States, to flood some states like California, which should have lost even another congressional district if it were not for Pelosi's, movement of some of the congressional numbers. But they did this to try to disrupt voting patterns in the country. That's bottom line. Yes, does our immigration system need to be fixed? Absolutely. I think we actually need to triple some of our visa programs. People want to come in the country who can do the work, who want to do the work, who want to pay the taxes and then go back home. We should do that. But you can't just open up the doors of the country and let in people you don't know where they're from, where they're going, what they're doing. You don't know any of these things. But that's what they wanted. They invite chaos, and they don't like our response to that chaos.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.